Imagine being stranded in space, not knowing when or how you are going to get rescued. Although it may sound like a hopeless case, nothing is really impossible with innovations, science, and technology. Well, fortunately, SpaceX is there to rescue these 7 astronauts. The thing, though, is the spaceship that they would send for the mission is equipped with only 4 seats. Welcome! Today on Elon Musk HQ, we are talking about Elon Musk's Dragon and how it rescued 7 astronauts from space. If you enjoy watching content just like this, everything about Elon Musk and his ventures, then make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Due to the coolant leak, 2 cosmonauts, Dmitry Petlin and Sergei Prokofiev, together with NASA astronaut Frank Rubio, were stranded in the damaged Soyuz spacecraft. It was last year in December when NASA reached out to its commercial partner SpaceX if it has capabilities to help return 3 crew members from the International Space Station. The agency asked if SpaceX's Dragon can possibly do this, especially if unwanted events took place. 3 crews in the Soyuz M-22 spacecraft are supposed to return home in March from the 6-month mission, according to NASA. Although both Roscosmos, Russia's space agency, and NASA were already on to investigating what happened that caused the leak, one of their backup plans is to seek help from SpaceX. They also added that this was not the priority as of the moment, since they wanted to determine first if Soyuz is still capable of making it back here on Earth, considering its condition. Well, there are some experts saying that it can no longer fly anymore. Luckily, Dragon was also parked in the ISS together with Soyuz, so if the problem cannot be fixed, Dragon is one of their main solutions. But like what I have said earlier, the problem would not stop there. And I know that you want to know how the Dragon would carry out a total of 7 passengers, if ever, since there are already 4 astronauts in the spacecraft itself. Just a bit more information about what happened to the Soyuz. Apparently, last December there was a video that showed the leak. It was coming from a hole in the pipe that was just less than a millimeter. It is possible that it was because of a micrometeorite. In space, even the smallest damage to ships can be a disaster, hence making a re-entry for this ship almost impossible. We know how extremely expensive and dangerous space exploration is. SpaceX's Dragon might also be in ISS, but it cannot fit in the other 3 tapped crews on board. Soyuz, because those who are in Dragon are equipped with customized suits. Unfortunately, another solution that is more likely to work is to wait for another Soyuz solo mission. Another Soyuz capsule is meant to fly out in late February or early March. But in order for the trapped crews to fit into the other Soyuz ship, it has to be unmanned. Starting from the leak, problems seem to pile up for this mission. Additionally, for the president of the International Association for the Advancement of Space Safety, the plan to send off another Soyuz mission without anyone operating it would compromise tons of things. He is not very confident about this plan. He said, "I think at least one person needs to be involved. If this is the case, maybe Russia really has to send 2 human spacecraft to the ISS just so that they could take home their trapped crews still currently waiting for them to be rescued." While there is not yet a concrete solution and agencies are still on their way to make a decision, the 3 astronauts are probably living day by day in hopes that nothing catastrophic would happen in the ISS that would require everyone to evacuate. Let us remember all the other things that happened which led to a number of lost lives of astronauts. Think of all the missions that failed, and also think about Apollo 13 in that mission. The astronauts knew that if something goes wrong with their equipment, it would be impossible for them to re-enter Earth. This just shows how dangerous space flights can be. Now, it would just make it even harder to conduct a rescue mission for the 3 astronauts on board the Soyuz M-22. We are also aware that there are more manned space flights right now. For those of you who do not know, there is a treaty created by the United Nations in 1967. It mandated that astronauts from one state assist others, even though they are from different states, if there are struggles encountered in space. Right now, there is no standard rescue approach wherever there are damaged spacecraft, no matter where in space. Most of the problems and risk encountered in space are due to the fact that there is no timely rescue in place, and even the government or any commercial spaceflight providers do not have plans in place to have a concrete, timely rescue. According to Grant Cates, the U.S. is the world's leading spacefaring nation, giving them the advantage and resources to build in space rescues that are capable of establishing plans and putting attendants in place for rescue missions. Although SpaceX's Dragon is not capable of facilitating the return of the 3 trapped astronauts, let us still get to know the Crew Dragon better. We all know that this is from Elon Musk's SpaceX. It was originally built to take astronauts to the ISS. It is one of NASA's ways of depending more on American businesses for space station flights, since it has been relying on Russian launches for these matters. If you know Musk and his ventures, you would know that his goal in creating SpaceX is human space flight. On May 30th, 2020, astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley were carried by the Crew Dragon to the ISS. Additionally, starting from September of 2021, the Crew Dragon will also be used for private missions that would involve and send off amateur astronauts into space. Elon Musk's SpaceX has been continuously showing what it got and is proving how capable they are. Their achievements greatly helped NASA in realizing that they can reduce their dependence on Russian-made Soyuz ships. They started this relationship after the space shuttle retired in 2011. It has also been full of tension with Russia, as the international space community had already abandoned future collaborations with said country. Even though risk would always be there when it comes to space explorations, we just know that spaceships and other capsules will just continue to be innovated from here. We have seen progress in this field, and more billionaires are spending a huge chunk of their money on these kinds of companies. Well, are you enjoying this video so far? Let me know about what other things you want me to talk about in the comments section below. Going back to our topic, Roscosmos is expected to make their final decision regarding what their plans are with the damaged Soyuz M22 this month. I mean, I am sure that many of us are looking forward to hearing the plans about the rescue of the other 3 trapped astronauts, considering that the stakes are always high in space. Well, quite literally as well. In May of 2014, Musk showed off 7-seater Crew Dragon. The design of the spacecraft is comparable to Apollo command modules. A trunk connected to the capsule is equipped with solar panels, fins for stability in case of emergency aborts, heat removal radiators, and cargo room. The capsule was also designed with a launch escape system. It is complete with 8 16,000-pound force Super Draco engines, so that problems during the takeoff could easily be contained. Although we do not have the exact details regarding the interior of the Crew Dragon, the SpaceX engineer John Fetter Spiel said that it was aimed to feel like a spaceship of the 21st century. Of course, with how technology works these days, the control panels are far more modern, efficient, and user-friendly compared to the space shuttle. This capsule features 3 sizable touchscreens. This made monitoring easier for the pilot of the craft. That is all for now. What should I talk about in our next video? Comment your thoughts below. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting news about Elon Musk. Click on the notification bell so that you will get updated whenever we have new uploads, and I will see you in the next one.